Hello, my name is David Hancock. I'm a teacher here at American Heritage School, and I am pleased to give you the opportunity to learn how to use Zoom for meetings and classes. Zoom is a program that allows for video telecommunication across a computer platform. One of the things that you're going to want to do first is make sure that you have the equipment necessary in order to make Zoom work and be successful. So you want to have a computer that has a webcam, or you need to have an external webcam that can be attached to your computer. The computer needs to be capable of connecting to the internet, and you also need to be able to have a good enough internet connection that the video will work. There are some other things that can make your Zoom experience more pleasant. So, for example, it's good to have some kind of a headphones and microphone in order to enhance your Zoom experience. What I'm using today is a set of earbuds with an attached microphone. This is something that works quite well. However, if you have the ability, a dedicated headset with a microphone on it would work even better. You might want to check your computer and see what kind of headset that you need. Some headsets have two plugins, such as this one, and others only have a single plug-in. Depending on your computer, you may have to use either. Now, some other equipment that you could use in order to do Zoom would include something like a tablet or a cell phone. Both of these have the ability to connect with Zoom, but the experience won't be as good as if you're using a desktop or a laptop. Now, before you get started with your Zoom meeting, it's important that you have everything that you need for the class. Once the class gets started, it won't last quite as long as you might think. So there won't be time to run and get paper, books, or other things. Consequently, try to make sure to have some paper, a pen, and whatever textbooks or readings that the teacher has instructed you to have there at hand. That way you'll be able to follow along with the lesson and do everything that the teacher asks you to do. Parents, if you're helping a younger child with their Zoom lessons, you might want to make sure that they have everything that they need. You should check the instructions that were sent out by the teacher beforehand in order to see what that is. When you're ready with your materials, you are now ready to join the Zoom meeting. In order to get any of the Zoom software, you want to go to zoom.us. Once you arrive there, you'll see a number of options up here in the top right-hand corner. One of those options is resources. Once you click on resources, you'll have a series of downloads for plugins that you would be able to put onto your computer. The Zoom client for meetings is what is necessary in order to join or to host a Zoom meeting. However, this client will automatically download the first time that you join a meeting. Consequently, it's not necessary to download it before. But if you wish to, you can download it from here. If you want Zoom reminders to be included in Microsoft Outlook so that you can join them with a single button, you could download that plugin here. And then there are other plugins for IBM Notes, other browsers such as Chrome and Firefox, and for even more. When you're ready to begin, you want to go to zoom.us. At this point in time, you'll see the Zoom main page. And here you can begin to either join a meeting, host a meeting, sign in, etc. In order to join a meeting, you'll click up here on the top right where it says Join a Meeting. It will then ask you for the meeting ID or personal link name. That is a 9-digit code that we saw in Veracross. This might also be in your calendar or in an email. All you need to do is enter in the 9-digit code and click Join. At that time, it will immediately download the Zoom client server, and then you will join the video. You will be able to see yourself, and there's a little dialog box here that will allow you to join with video or without video. We request that you join with video. So if you can click that, it will then go ahead and ask you to join with computer audio, test speaker, and microphone. Or if you already know that your system is set up properly, you can automatically join audio by computer when joining a meeting. I recommend that the first time you test your speaker and microphone. So it will begin to play a sound and it will ask you, can you hear this? If you can, go ahead and click yes.
Then click yeah.
You then speak and listen.
You then speak and listen.
And if you hear yourself, click yes. It will then tell you that everything is working well for you, and so you can now join with, and now you have joined the video. Now, it is important for you to understand that while you're doing this, that there's a couple of things that will make your experience on Zoom much better. Number one, make sure that your microphone is muted. You will see that down here in the bottom left-hand corner. It should have a red line through it. If you want to unmute that microphone, you click on it and it will unmute. In order to mute it again, you click on it a second time and you will have again a red line that will go through it. You can also select what video device you wish to go through. In my case, I have two different web cameras set up here, an integrated web and an external one. I've chosen to use my external one. Over here, you have other controls that can be used in order to further make your experience better. First off, you have the chat button. And here, what you can do is you can chat with the instructor or perhaps other students if the instructor allows it. So I'm going to just quickly show how to do a chat. First, I need to do a chat to everyone, or if I wanted to, I could just do it to the host. So I'm going to do one to the teacher. And this will be a private message that only the teacher can see. And I would say, I have a question. And then I would hit the return or message button or enter button. And what you would see is it shows up here that you have said, I have a question, and it is tagged as a private message. That way you know that it's only going to the teacher. This is a wonderful place to send messages that you just want the teacher to see. Secondly, I could send one to the entire class, and I could say, hello, everyone. That message will go to everyone. As you can see, it is not. Another thing that you can do is you can interact with the teacher by asking a question directly or making a comment in the class. This is done by first raising your hand and getting the teacher's. This is first done by raising your hand and getting the teacher's attention. You do this by clicking down at the bottom. You'll see this little tab called Participants. You click that and it will open up a new window here on the right-hand side. In that new window, you will see that there is a raise hand option. Just click that raise hand and notice that it has now put this little blue icon next to your name. And that icon is indicating to the teacher that I have a question. The teacher would then unmute the individual who is who has raised their hand, and the microphone is now available for that student. That student will then be able to be heard by all of the class. class, and so your entire class will be able to listen to your comment and to be able to respond to your comment in a similar fashion. Sometimes, especially in larger classes, such in the high school, it may be difficult to get the teacher's attention that way. So if you need to, you can put that kind of a message also in the chat, or type your comment in the chat, or indicate in the chat that you have a comment that you would like to share. From time to time, the teacher might decide to break the class up into smaller sections. These are called breakout rooms. What a teacher will do is they will decide how many students should be in each breakout room. The teacher will then set up the breakout rooms, give the students instructions as to what to do during the breakout rooms, and then create the breakout rooms. At that point, Zoom will automatically move students into the breakout rooms. While in a breakout session, any chats or chat messages that the student uses or puts in will go only to the members that are in the breakout room. The teacher or instructor has the ability to come into the breakout room in order to see what's going on, provide help and assistance, and to keep the students on task as they are completing their project. These could be for very short periods of time or for extended periods of time. While in a breakout room, an individual student would have the ability to share their screen with the rest of the students that are in the breakout room. At the time specified, or when the instructor deems that it's necessary, the breakout rooms will be ended. This is all done by the instructor, and so the student doesn't need to worry about that. Typically what will happen is this instructor will give a countdown indicating that there is so much time remaining in order to complete the task. At the end of that countdown, all of the students will join back together into the classroom. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful in preparing you how to use Zoom for a successful classroom experience. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call American Heritage School. You may also contact the instructor directly with questions about the course or questions about how it is that, or what materials or things that you are expected to have. Just note that we love you and we miss you. Goodbye.